Another beautiful Mexico Beach redfish this morning. Caught her on my trout lure. It's an egret Kick A Junior. Just came out here a month or two ago. It's my trout color, but the redfish have been eating it here the last couple days. She's just like all the fish this morning and kind of yesterday too. They were sitting on the edge of a bar out here, a big grass bar, and the water's flowing over it, and the glass minnows are kind of stacked up behind it, and they're just kind of running the length of the bar chasing glass minnows. But the trout and the reds have both been eating these mullet or sardine shaped baits.
I was happy to catch a redfish and a couple trout, and this is my first time fishing this spot. What a honey hole.
Yeah, don't ever, and we don't ever want to see you back here again.
Okay.
Did we make
right.
that? I thought we made that clear that
your secret safe with
we
me.
wouldn't be handing out you any directions here, and so
it's
yeah.
Nice. It's sheltered. It'd be a great place to bring the kids kayak fishing.
Oh, there you go, threatening to come back again, and with children, and then they'll bring their children.
Oh yeah.
Pretty soon it's
a family thing. It's a family affair.
No, it's a pretty backdrop. I make a habit every time I come out here to see Cheryl. We always end up coming here because number one, we always catch fish, and like you said, it's always a beautiful backdrop. We've always got the trees and the grass and
right, ospreys, eagles.
And the redfish are so pretty out here compared to they're kind of silvery where I am, and I come out here and you've got these nice bronze redfish, and it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
We did lose a couple big trout today, but we got one decent trout.
That was a nice fish.
Well,
the ladyfish were tearing it up in the middle there a few minutes ago. It'd be nice to come back when the water clarity is a little bit better too.
I actually like it to be a little murky.
Yeah.
Bigger fish get dumb when either the wind blows or the water gets a little dirty. The biggest problem we had today, and I think what kind of killed it later in the day, is we didn't have much current, and when the tide's not running, the fish kind of don't know how to orient themselves. They don't know which way the flow's coming. They don't know which way to look for the bait coming. And they just, I don't think they, not that they're thinkers, but I think they just kind of, feeding just kind of becomes an afterthought. We'll still catch some here this afternoon, but if the tide's really flowing through here, like over that bar first thing this morning,
right,
it drug all that bait into that one spot, and when I first got here this morning, you could just see the redfish going up and down that bar scaring the glass minnows, and it's because they all congregated behind that bar where the current was flushing food over, and so it was just a real natural ambush position for them. So right now the water's high enough and the water's not flowing very hard, so we've kind of lost those ambush sites here.
So you're telling me I need to get here a lot earlier this morning?
Well, you know, I understand you were not in charge of that, so I don't want to bring up any names. Well, you noticed that we stuck the smallest person in the biggest kayak. How'd you get along with the PA-12?
I loved it. I love being able to stand up and cast, which is nice, and the seat is super comfortable. So I'm gonna have to get one of each now. The Revolution's a great boat too, but this
they each have an advantage, that's for sure. You know, if you go offshore, this little guy at 57 pounds is a whole lot easier to drag across the sand. But like you said, if you want to stand up, then the PA-12 or 14 is pretty hard to beat.
Yeah, and this is honestly the first time I've fished in a boat where I have been able to stand up, so I might be a little damaged now. I don't know. What to see.
Fishing with Cheryl will usually do that to you. It's a nice fish up in 2 feet of water. Got her on Mike Hackla's new sardine spoon, on Mike Hackla's rod with my new Okuma reel that I'm just trying out. Took me for a nice little ride this morning. Actually, she drugged me halfway back to Cheryl's truck when we saw Cheryl's truck finally pull up with the donuts.
This is a nice flounder, and I have a hard time landing these fish, so I'm a big catch and release person, but this is a fish that is going to end up on my dinner table tonight.
These gloves are slippery. Nope. Here we go. Much better start than yesterday, Sharon. A couple of these, 3 reds, just getting started. I like it when you put me on fish.